What is the perfect parent?
We asked some of our Mamazou community members how they approach parenting and what the words perfectly imperfect parenting means to them.
So for me, perfectly imperfect parenting really just encapsulates the fact that we're only human and we just have to do our best. And some days I totally nail parenting and I really think I'm winning. I get everything done, everyone's happy, everyone eats their food, we don't have spaghetti Armageddon. And then other days I get nothing done at all and I'm seriously not winning at parenting. But then I actually have to remember that I'm not a perfect person and I'm definitely not a perfect parent, but I am the perfect parent for my children.
I think the perfectly imperfect parent is someone who just chooses their children over everything else. You know, it's not about having the coolest birthday party with the best decorations or party favors. It's not about the outfits that they're wearing or if their hair is perfect, if they eat all of their vegetables at every single meal, or if they eat macaroni and cheese.
It's making sure that they feel loved and that they know you're always there.
To me, the perfectly imperfect parent is someone who is always late but always shows up. Because you could have nappies coming out of your ears, toys flying around all over the place, baby that constantly wants to feed. I had a morning like this, it was awful, you felt like just giving up. But you can always pull it back, you can always pull it together. And it's, you know, just keep going and not giving up. I think that's the most important thing.
We are perfectly imperfect, just as humans in general. And obviously we will be as parents. We're not going to be on point. We're not going to make every day so perfect that they never have to worry about it. I mean, we're going to have bad days. We're going to have good days. And we're going to have brilliant days. And they'll all be good.
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting...
Mommy, this is...
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting, I think of someone who is happy. To me, the perfect imperfect parent is someone who puts their child and their child's happiness before anything else.
Someone who takes their child to a Cinderella party dressed in Wellington boots and a tracksuit, because that's what she wants to wear.
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting, I think of somebody who is doing the best they can possibly do in a job that doesn't come with a manual. Someone who doubts themselves, because to doubt yourself is probably to love enough.
For me, a perfectly imperfect parent is probably someone who asks themselves a lot of questions. For example, am I doing this right? What am I doing wrong? Where can I be doing better? I really think the perfectly imperfect parent is somebody who is constantly doubting their parenting abilities.
We as parents are human beings, so we're gonna make mistakes because that's life. Our children also are not perfect. They're gonna have bad days. They're gonna maybe sleep bad at night, or maybe they don't wanna eat very well. And I think we as parents and as a family, we just need to embrace this imperfection, try to do our best, and especially do what feels right to you.
It's important that you follow your heart and do what feels right for you as a parent, especially in society and at schools, and the way mothers talk amongst each other. It can become quite a competitive environment. So I think that you have to be quite strong-willed and independent to know that what you're doing is the right way. And really there is no right way or wrong way. Everyone's different in life and in parenting, and that's the way we should be.
So what does a perfectly imperfect parent mean to me? Well, this is a really good example. Really good at multitasking. So trying to do my hair, trying to do my makeup, and trying to work all at the same time, whilst not neglecting your child.
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting, I think of someone who is accepting of the chaos and the mess that comes with kids alongside their unconditional love. To me, the perfect imperfect parent is someone who loves their kids and doesn't worry if they're doing things right or not.
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting, I think of somebody who just doesn't care. They get on with it, they understand that stuff happens as a parent, that children have tantrums, and you just have to get on with it. The people who do that the best are the ones that literally understand that that parent is going through the same thing that I am. It's about empathy. It's about understanding that your child won't get out of that swing because he wants a lolly.
When I think about perfectly imperfect parenting, I think it's a sort of parenting style where you're really doing your best, but maybe you're not the kind of perfect, domesticated, wonderful parent you thought you were going to be. You actually just have to do a lot of things to get through. It would also be the sort of parent that I'd really want to go for a glass of wine with and just relax and actually just forget about being parents for 5 minutes.
Because there's no such thing as being the perfect parent. And to me, that's someone who is teaching their kids good values, teaching them to say, and please, and teaching them to say, thank you, and I love you. And we're teaching them to give them hugs and kisses, and yes, give me a kiss.
When I think of perfectly imperfect parenting, I think of parents who love their children, who are learning their children and understanding them and doing the absolute best that they can. And I believe that parents take the mistakes that they make or the things that don't work for their kids, and they learn from them. And they continue to move forward, and they do what is best for their children and for their family, and they don't always buy into the hype of certain methods or certain products. They do what works.
So to me, the perfect imperfect parent is someone who basically just goes about their life, the parenting, as a normal human being, has bad days and good days, laughs, cries, falls apart, and then puts himself back together again.
I think of someone who's just like me, trying to juggle work-life balance, kids, family, and a husband. To me, the perfect imperfect parent is someone who's there for their friends, for their mother, not forgetting who they are and what they like to achieve in life. It would also be someone who is honest, supportive, and loving throughout.
There is no perfect parent. We all parent in our own way, we all make our own decisions, and that's what makes us all unique. You know, none of us knows, nobody knows your child the way you know your child. So really, we all parent differently for that reason, because no one's the same. No two people are the same. No two children are the same.
Is Mummy the perfect parent? No.